In this question, as it says that the table below shows the hobbies of students in a certain school. Now, these are the name of the different hobbies that a student perform. Computer, there are number of students, 180 in number, which have the hobby as computer. Then painting, number of students is 150. Pottery, which have the number of students as 27. Paper cutting, that is 75 students, and glasswork, that is 108 students. So total number of students is 540. If you are going to add all the values, 180 plus 150 plus 27 plus 75 plus 108, there are 540 students. So we have to express the data that is mentioned in the question, represent the data by a pie chart. For drawing a pie chart, we have to find out the angles of the sectors that are formed inside a circle. And for finding out the angle of that sector, the formula is, as it is mentioned in the book also, angle of a component is equal to value of component upon total value into 360 degree. So for every hobby, that is computer, painting, pottery, paper cutting and glasswork, I'm going to find out the angle of the sectors by using the same formula. So for the first hobby, angle of component, that is for the first hobby, computer, there are 180 students, so that I'm going to write it in the numerator, upon total number of students, that is 540 into 360 degree. On cancelling the terms which can be cancelled, I'm getting the value as 120 degree. That means the angle of component for the hobby computer is 120 degree. Same we are going to find it out for the other hobbies, like angle of component for painting. Now painting is being opted by 150 students, so 150 in the numerator part upon total number of students, that is 540 into 360. On cancelling all the terms, I'm getting the value as 100. In the same manner, angle of component for pottery. Now pottery is being opted by 27 students upon total number of students, 540 into 360, and on cancelling you will be getting the terms as 18. In the same manner, for other hobbies like paper cutting and for glasswork, you are going to get the angle of the sectors as 50 and 72. You can see the calculation work done away. Remember that whenever you are taking out the angle of component, that is the angle of the sector that is formed inside the circle, always remember that in the numerator part you are going to substitute the value of that quantity, and in the denominator part you are going to substitute the total value of all the components, and you are going to multiply this entire fraction by 360. The same thing I have done in every part to find out the angle of the sector. So I have got the angle of sector for the first hobby, computer, is 120. For the second hobby, that is painting, is 100. For the third hobby, that is 18. And for the paper cutting, fourth hobby, that is 50. And for the last hobby, glasswork, I've got as 72 degree. Now for expressing the data on a pie chart, first you are going to draw a circle over here of any radius, that depends on you. Then in that circle, taking a point as the center, like I've taken this point as the center, I'm going to draw a horizontal line with the help of a ruler. And then on this horizontal line and taking this point as the center of the circle, I'm going to place the protector. This is the protector, you must have seen it. And as you can see, when I place this protector like this, the first angle that I got for the first hobby computer was 120. So as you can see, this is the line for 120 that is going. See, this is the line 120. You can see over here. So I'm going to mark a point over here and I'm going to join this point with the center. So in this way, I've got the angle 120 degree, which is expressing the value of the first hobby computer. That is the first sector. This is one sector that is formed. Then in the same manner, I'm going to mark it for the next hobby. And for that, this time, I'm going to take this line as the baseline and I'm going to keep the protector like this. And I'm going to mark the second angle. So the second angle is given as how much? That is given as 100 degree. So as you can see, this is the 100 degree line. This is the 100 degree line that is going. So I'm going to mark it over here. I'm going to mark the point. And from this point, you are going to join the center. So this is another sector which is showing the angle 100 degree, and that is for the second hobby, painting. Similarly, this line I'm going to take the baseline again, and I'm going to keep the protector like this, taking this point as the center. And as you can see that this is the point where I've marked the 18-degree angle, because this is 20. So behind 22 lines, that is 18 degree. So this is the 18-degree angle that is expressing the third hobby, pottery. And in the same way, I'm going to mark the angle 50 degree and 72 degree. For marking the 50 degree angle, I'm going to take this line as the baseline. I'm going to keep the protector like this. And as you can see that I've marked this line. See, this is the line for 50. Okay. So I marked the third angle and then the fourth angle and the fifth angle, that is 72 degree, which is showing the hobbies as paper cutting and glasswork. Children, remember one thing is very important, that when you are marking any angle, as you can see over here, that on this protector there are two values that are given, from 0 to 180 degree, and from this side 0 to 180 degree. Always remember that whenever you are going to draw a pie chart and you are going to mark the angles, you are going to use the lower values, that is this value, not the upper ones. You are going to use only this values. So in this way, a few things you have to remember, that while drawing a pie chart, you have to use a pencil, and it is not necessary that you draw a pie chart on a graph paper. You can draw it on a plain paper also. But histogram, you have to draw it on a graph paper only. So in this way, you can express the data in a pie chart.